Hi everyone, and my name is Chris Davies, and I am the victim of child abduction. I think is the best way to put it. It's pretty disgusting, and I spent 9 days in federal court, as you may know, fighting to get my son back. And my son was taken on July the 18th last year, and basically my wife, soon to be ex-wife, Sally K. Davies, or Sally Reynolds, or whatever she goes by nowadays, lied in federal court for 9 days and just lied through her teeth. And her lawyers, her legal representatives, Valentina Shackness and Justine Stringer, stood there and basically just told her a lie, and actually laughed in my face quite a few times. I gotta be honest. I mean, they're probably the most disgusting pair of lawyers I've ever met in my life. And Judge Vincent Brassetti as well didn't exactly do a great job, but he feels that I wasn't credible. So my wife gets to keep my son in New York because I'm not credible, and wrote the most disgusting 44-page decision that I've shown it to multiple lawyers, and it's pretty disgusting. I mean, the only way is it's just going to destroy me for the rest of my life. Based on nothing, by the way. No evidence. No evidence. Okay? So today I've found some evidence on Facebook. Okay? And I've been keeping it back for a while, because I think there's more important things that are going on. But actually now I've just realized just how important this is. Okay, this is really, really important to my case. And I can't say the other person's name. It's going to be Miss S, okay, who's communicating between Sally K. Davies, okay, on her Facebook page. So I'm going to start, okay. So Sally K. Davies states on July 29th, 2016. She left on July the 18th, okay, so 11 days after she left. And she states, hey, Sally K. Davies says, hey, you guys there, would love to, I'm in New York, I've left Chris, okay? Not Chris has beaten me up and I had to run away because I was afraid of my life. No, didn't say that, did it? So Sally K. Davies then says, Chris is serious. Well, of course I'm serious. You took my son from me and stole all my money. So what, I'm just meant to go, oh yeah, it's okay, no problem. You can do that, Sally. Yeah, no, of course I'm serious. Yeah, you took my son without my permission. French law is not good for women either. She states that. So that's what the Hague Convention is in place for. Maybe Judge Brassetti should start reading the Hague Convention, yeah, and see that women take children to more sympathetic court systems so they can do just this, yeah, and make up whatever they want in heartbeat. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, Sally. Let's keep you in New York away from your son. Yeah, that's what happens in New York, right? Absolutely disgusting as usual. So then she states, I think I will be forced to come back, and then Chris can say that I stole Kieran. So that means he should get full custody. I'm in despair. Next one, Sally K. Davies. She states, this is when she left, she's explaining to Miss S how she left St. Martin, right? So I got Kay from school, that's Kieran, I got Kieran from school, and flew to the US. I came with nothing. I went to the police, the gendarme, the local police force on St. Martin, and they didn't care. Well, if you go to a police station and you say, my husband's beating me up, right? Well, they're going to do something about it. They're going to come and visit the house and interview me and say, did you actually ever touch Mrs. Davies? I say, no, of course I didn't. But that didn't happen. So Sally went there and said, whatever she said, I don't know what she said, but she probably said that we were having an argument. So we were having arguments. We were close to divorce. Of course we were having arguments. And what are they going to do? It's an argument. They can't arrest me because we're arguing. And anyway, there you go. She also claims, I came with nothing. Oh, poor Sally. Let me get my violin out. Oh, poor Sally. She went to New York with nothing. Oh my good God, how terrible. Yeah, but she forgets to mention that she took $40,000 with her when she went to New York. But she went with nothing. Yeah, Clint takes it right there in black and white. Yeah. She emptied my bank account in the US, or our bank account in the US for the business, emptied that out, okay, into her own personal account. That was over $20,000. Then she went to our bank account on St. Martin, Credit Mutual bank account, took $8,000 over the counter, which is the most you can take out in one withdrawal, okay? Then she came back to the house and took $15,000 out of the house, yeah? She also took another 8,000 euros out of the house, all right? That's our money, all right? Now, it's our money, we're married, but don't play the little sob story, Sally, where you state, oh, I came with nothing, poor Sally, yeah? Really? It's all there, the evidence, yeah? Oh, and the other thing, she hit her $10,000 car in a boatyard. You're so scared for your life. You're running for your life now. This is what she stated in federal court. She's running for her life. She's so scared that she managed to call my best friend and hide her car in a boatyard on St. Martin. Yeah? But you're so scared that I'm going to... So you all these things, all these plans you made, yeah, to run from St. Martin. Now, if you're scared and you're running for your life, yeah, like I've been running for my life when I've had guns pointed at me, yeah, by her father, okay, Sally, Charles Wesley Reynolds, yeah, I've actually had to run for my life, okay, for 3 charges of attempted murder on St. Martin, yeah, and so I'm a little bit frustrated now, but when you see guns pointed at you, it gets a little bit upsetting, yeah, so I know about running for my life, yeah, and you put some very, very close things in a bag and you run and you go into hiding for 10 days hoping that the guy with the gun doesn't come back, yeah? That's what you do when you run for your life. You don't go and empty bank accounts, yeah? And you don't go and hide cars in boatyards secretly, yeah? Disgusting. I'll read on, shall I? Sally K. Davies then states, I need proof, yeah? So, Miss S asks, you know, why, surely you must have some evidence or something to Sally K. Davies. I need proof. This is what my French lawyer is saying. Yeah? Because there's no evidence. None at all. Nothing. My only hope is to bring the fight here to New York. Yeah? Oh, there we go. Hague Convention again. Yeah? Take the child to a more sympathetic court system. It's right there. So the cost alone for Chris would be too much. I'm lucky my dad can help me pay. It's going to cost $50,000 to $100,000. So she knows how much it's going to cost. She's already planned this. So, and it's interesting, my dad can help me pay. But it's right there, black and white. My dad can help me pay. Well, of course he can help me pay because my money's in his bank account, on Dave Matthews' bank account, or with, maybe I was paying Margaret's mortgage as well, I got no idea. But if you watch my other videos about the theft from Dave Matthews, you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? And how disgusting her dad is, Charles Wesley Reynolds. So of course he can help pay. Use my money to keep my son in New York away from me, yeah? That's how disgusting it is. So then Sally K. Davies, Miss S asks, you know, did you go to the police, or did you get a police report, or something to corroborate your story? Sally K. Davies, I went to them. They didn't really care. Well, they probably wouldn't because there's no evidence. I've got cameras all around my house, all around my property. I've got cameras. But why didn't she put a camera in the house? Secret camera, just to prove something, just to get some evidence. No evidence. So this is the only time that she mentions Kieran out of all of this. The only time she mentions my son, who I miss dearly. Every single minute of the day. I feel sick, physically sick from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. Every single day because I miss my son so much. And this is the only time she mentions my son, okay, Kieran, who's the only one that's hurting in all this. And she states, so Miss S asks, how's Kieran? Sally K. Davies states, he's confused. Oh, really? Well, surprising, isn't it? Doesn't really understand what's going on. Well, he's only 4.5, so big shock there. But we're doing lots of fun things every day. Well, that makes everything better, that does. If you just do lots of fun things to try and take his mind off his daddy, yeah, who he loves dearly, which I've got evidence of him stating that, video evidence. And of course he's confused. Parental alienation. Do some research on it, Sally. The kid's going to be mentally unstable when he's older because of what you've done to him. Keeping him from his father and taking him away from his home, away from his little pets and his puppies, and away from his beautiful life on the beach and away from his school with all his friends. You took him away from that, yeah? And you state here, there's no evidence here. There's no evidence of me hurting you, hurting Kieran. There's nothing, okay? You've just stated it. Yet you stood in court and told everyone that I raped you and I strangled you, yeah, and sexually abused you, yeah? Stood in court and just said that. Really? Well, I got the evidence. So, Miss S asks, is Chris going to threaten you physically? Sally K. Davies, this is threaten you physically. This is not, she didn't ask, oh, did he rape you, or did he beat you, or did he strangle you, or asphyxiate you? Yeah, she didn't ask that. She said, is he going to threaten you physically, right? Sally K. Davies said, it's the fear. I don't know, but it's the fear. Well, surely if I physically hurt her, it would be, actually, Sandrine, he's been beating me for the last, 3 years, and, I need to get off somewhere. No, not that. She's in fear. And actually states in another one that her doctor, Dr. Heitler's the one that told her to leave. She's the lunatic who told her to leave, and I will be pursuing her legally as well. She's absolutely disgusting, Dr. Heitler. Yeah, so Dr. Heitler, if you're reading this, hi. Thanks for destroying my life. So let's the last one, okay? Miss S asks, really? I thought the French court were always on the mother's side. And Sally says, no, the courts want proof. Yeah, she takes it right there, black and white. Okay, the courts want proof. Photos of black eyes, police reports, yeah, and yada 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 yada. Yeah. Well, the police report would be good, really, some evidence. That'd be a good start. So in the eyes of the French law, I'm at fault right now. Well, of course you are. You took my son to New York and lied and told everybody that I raped you and beat you and all the rest of it. Well, you already know what's happened. So then she says, yeah, they just need proof. Sally K. Davies states again, yes, they just need proof. The French courts need proof, and so does US courts. The US courts don't need any proof. You can just say, oh yeah, he's a nasty man. Okay, that's it, done. Never see your son again. Well, thanks a lot for that then. So, and this is the icing on the cake, right? Icing on the cake. Sally K. Davies states clearly, anyway, I ultimately want to still come back at some point. Chris just has to calm down. Of course, I'm not calm, because I found about all the theft of money, large amounts of money. And we were going through a divorce. Most people, when they're in a divorce and negotiating a divorce, they're normally not calm. And actually, I've got a conversation that we had, okay, so I'm so crazy. I've got a conversation we had, and I'll play the conversation, where we're sat in a car, and she comes to the car, sits down with me in a very remote place. Yeah? She's so scared for her life. And we talk about divorce in a very calm, relaxed manner, okay, where I offer her $200,000 to buy her out from the company. I offer to pay her villa, $5,000 a month, okay? I paid everything for her and Kieran, all right, because I just want to see Kieran every day. And I said to her, clearly, Sally, please don't take Kieran away from me. I'm worried you're going to go to New York and take Kieran from me. Please don't do that. And she said, Chris, I will never do that to you. Yeah. So anyway, more evidence. And I'm going to pull some more evidence out, because I've got evidence of lies in federal court. Lie after lie after lie after lie. From Beth Chafing, Elizabeth Chafing, I'm going to shame her too. Kyle Thorpe, we've already shamed him, but we're going to shame him again because he's a disgusting person. And the other bunch of liars like Lisa Whiteman. Well, we talk about Lisa Whiteman, okay? And the lies, all right? No evidence, nothing. Just completely destroyed my life. Anyway, it's been a long video, and I've been talking a lot, and I thank you so much for your support. And I hope this one gets the same amount of attention that the other ones do. And I'm sure it will, because of the title. So, anyway, Sally K. Davies, you are a disgusting example of a human being. Disgusting. So's her father, Charles Wesley Reynolds. There you go. All I want to do is see my son. That's all I want to do. But that's obviously too much to ask nowadays. Anyway, that's what happens. Parental alienation. Yeah? Child abduction. Disgusting. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.